Hey everybody, this is Daryl, aka The D from the Simply Incredible podcast, and we are live. It is, what is it? Friday, July 20th, and we are in San Diego. Day 2 haul and review. It's weird because preview night is not considered one of the regular nights, but preview night, a lot of stuff, I mean, it's pretty much the same, except I don't think they have any panels or anything. I think it used to be different, but I think it's now all the same, which I find really interesting that it's like that. But kind of weird. See, I told a couple people I'd let them know when I get online, and I am now online. So it's only take a second, fellas and ladies. One more second. All right, guys. Let's get into this good fun stuff. All right. Let's see here. Where are we going to start? Oh, one thing I do find really cool, because I'm a dork, and that's why I find things like this cool. Every day, they put out like a little bulletin for what happened the day before. There's Fridays in this end, and this is Thursdays in this end. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You can see it better. There you go. Thursdays and Fridays. Find it fun that they do little things like that. You know, it's not a big little thing, but you know, it's one of those little things that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that they take 2 seconds out of their busy day to do that. What's up, Boom Boom? What is up, James? How's it going? Let me know if you guys have good streams and everything. It looks like it might not be 100% over here. So let me know if you're having a good stream. Alright. Remember, guys, if you're on, please throw a like down there and all that good fun stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what the drill on that. Let's see. Where am I going to start with my haul over here? Everything's great. Thanks, Boom Boom. Thanks, James. I appreciate that. Let me hit this button right there. There we go. All right. First off, pretty much the majority of the day today was inlines, meeting artists and things like that. But you know, it's very tiring doing that, but it's pretty cool. It's really pretty cool to be able to do that. To sit there and, you know, just for a couple of seconds, you know, talk to the artist, tell them, hey, I appreciate what you do, and keep going, keep doing it. First off, I met Ron Lim. He does a lot of variants and things like that, but I made sure I got him to sign this, if you can see it. Howard the Duck, #1. I can't remember if this is volume 3 or volume 4 or volume 2, but it's first appearance of Gwenpool in this, and this is the sketch variant cover. Hope you guys can see that pretty good. And I definitely wanted to get an autograph on that. And by the way, if you guys are looking for this, last time I looked, it was still on Midtown Comics, which is very surprising to me. So there you go. Not a huge key by any stretch of the imagination, but we got Ron Lim to sign that variant. Let's see. That one's definitely getting saved for last. I just went blurry for a second. There we go. I'm back. Next is John Boy Myers. He had this there, and I was like, oh, you know, I can't pass that up. No, cannot pass that up. This is from, I don't know which convention it was. My first thought was Emerald City last year. It just says special convention exclusive. I thought it was Emerald City last year. I might be wrong about that, but I finally got one of these. He had another variant that I wanted, and I was like, gosh, I can't buy them all. Cannot buy them all. But this is a variant of Batman Adventures 12, so I guess I can technically say I have Batman Adventures 12, just like I can technically say I have Batman #1, because I bought the Treasury Edition last week. So there we go. So technically I have 12 now. Technically. Let's see. Did I even buy any comics today? You know, no. Actually, tomorrow is kind of set up because I was looking around today. I looked around a lot yesterday, and to see what kind of books are there, what some of the prices on them. I think in general the prices are a little bit higher here. There's some, of course, it's dealer by dealer, obviously. But I think they are a little bit higher here than they are from where I'm at in Virginia. So, so a lot of them I'm not really looking at, but there's a couple that I'm right on the verge, maybe pulling the trigger on a couple of them, followed by maybe not. But one more autograph that I got before I show where we're at on the autograph book as well. This one right here was kind of the highlight of my day. I'm a huge, you guys see my videos, you guys know I love the Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Usagi Yojimbo. And Stan Sakai is here, and got his autograph with and he put the turtle there. I guess that's a turtle. Nah, I don't want to say Usagi because it's got, at first I thought that, I don't know, is that going to be ears, or is that going to be the bandana around his eyes? What is that? The mask? What is that? And there's something I thought about afterwards. How cool would this have been if he had? Well, I'll get to that in a second. But also, he had these little ones here that they had, and he signed that one as well. So that's pretty cool. That is very, very cool. Boom Boom, you got a sketch, a Venom sketch from John Boy Myers. Real nice dude. You know what? I'm gonna say this. Pretty much, I say just about everybody here has been really, really awesome, except for one booth. And I will say this. I put out a message on Facebook yesterday about that booth, and I went by there today, and they were so much different. I mean, everybody there was really nice, and they were like, "Oh, we have a cap on the line. Check back later." They weren't yelling at people, being rude. Like, maybe they saw my message. I kind of doubt that, but I thought that was pretty cool that they actually, changed overnight. So that was pretty cool. So took a little of that sourness out of my mouth about that. But anyway, after like the third time I went back from it being capped, the guy was like, line's capped off. And I was like, all right, cool. He said, look, if you just wait 5 minutes. Because I said, so do you know when it's going to be, when it's not going to be capped anymore? He goes, just give us about 5 minutes. He's like, just do one little lap. I was like, so with this traffic, it could be 30 minutes. He goes, you're right about that. He goes, look, just hold on a second. Just hold on a second. And he went ahead and let me and about 4 other people, was like, look, go against this wall right over here, and you guys will be next after this group right here. You guys will be next. I was like, that's pretty cool. Instead of just yelling at people. So I thought that was so much cooler today. Even if I hadn't have gotten the pop, they would have gotten some respects because they changed their attitudes from yesterday to today. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Hey, Mighty Nick, what is going on? But after it was all said and done, I did get my Bruce Lee pop. So I was very happy about that. I would love for them to do another Brandon Lee pop. For Showdown in Little Tokyo or Rapid Fire, that'd be pretty cool. And I did pick up the Bruce Lee Gold pop. So there we go. Pretty cool to pick those up. And again, more importantly to me, even if I couldn't have gotten the pops, is that they were so much better today, so much nicer. I mean, they weren't yelling at people. being rude to people. They were being professional and really respectful. You guys, at Bait, I know you guys will never watch this, but if you do, you guys did a good job. Thank you. Let's see what's next on the agenda. Let's go to my comic book. Let's see where we are now. Let's see. There's the front of it now. It's pretty much full. And yeah, James, I was pretty happy about that. But like I say, it was one of those things that if I couldn't have gotten it and they acted a lot better, then that's cool. But we also have gotten some. Oh my gosh, that is so bright. Oh my goodness. I can't find it. There it is. There's a screen. Wow. You guys can't. I don't know how much of that you guys can see. There we go. I think you guys can kind of see that. And that's the back side of it. And tomorrow, I'm going to try to get some more. I was going to try to get Rob Liefeld. Oh, you got the Red Hood. Oh man, that's one of the ones I really wanted. I fell asleep and I didn't get to order it. And when I got up, they were already sold out. Trying to remember, were they GameStop on Red Hood? Or is it? Yeah, I think that was GameStop for that. And the other one I wanted was Pepe Le Pew, and I believe that was Barnes and Noble. That's the two I really wanted. And it's sad I'm at the con and couldn't get any of them. Let's see. Who was on this book now? Great day. Who did I get today? Let me see here. Hit that button right there. Let's hit that button right there. Let's hit that button right there. Alright, today on the book, Stan Sakai, creator of Usagi Yojimbo, Donnie Cates, Ron Lim, Bernard Chang, John Boy Myers, Eric Powell, and Jeff Lemire. And also, in this one right here, I had fun talking to a few of these guys. Bernard Chang, he is from, I think around Montreal, and he said when he was young, he got to go to a lot of Montreal Expo games. And I had a blast talking about old baseball with him, you know, 80s and 90s baseball. It was so cool to do that. That was awesome. You know, we probably didn't even speak comics, just talked about baseball. And that to me was fun. Chris Uminga. A lot of people don't know who that is. And if you go to like GameStop, they have these Batman figures. They look really kind of sad, kind of hunched over. And it's not just Batman, it's a couple other figures as well from DC. And I was like, let me ask you this. What's it like if you go into a GameStop and you see your figures on the shelves? He goes, it's pretty cool. He said, I'm not gonna lie, he's like, that's pretty cool. And I was like, yeah. I said, have you ever just gone up to one of the the clerks and was like, that's mine? It's like, well, you ain't bought it yet. It's like, no, I'm that guy. Look, my ID. Look, I'm the guy that did those. I thought that would be hilarious because I know if I had made figures and they made it on the wall somewhere, like I'd be there all the time. Hey, Fish Big, what's going on? James, yeah, this book is coming up really good, really good. And I was telling the people, it's like sign the back, and they're like, they kind of gave me this look. I'm like, it's like no, look, when I get home, I'm gonna have a frame and I'm gonna have it flat so the front and back will be seen. So it's not just hidden. And they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. So, you know, more people are signing the back now. What the TV, I have not seen the one for the Teen Titans TV series. I saw the casting for it, and the casting was awful. That was not good. Dennis Hayes, who are you? Fish Tropic, what, do a raffle for this book? Yeah, no. No. Now, somebody have to give me a ton of money for that, and it's not just because of the autographs. It's because of, getting there, getting to talk to everybody. That to me was pretty important. Dennis, you missed all that good stuff. I'll start over just for you, Dennis Hayes, because you're like family over there. So I'll definitely do that for you. All right, we'll start all the way at the beginning. Really, for the most part, I was in lines all day. No Rick and Morty people. Of course, there's a lot of them. There's a lot. Yeah, funny story about Rick and Morty, and I'll tell you that too. John Boy Myers. Let's see. Gosh, the glare's so bad. John Boy Myers got this. There we go. And John Boy Myers, as I was sitting there talking to him, Fish Tropic, this one's for you. Some guy comes over and he hands him a Pickle Rick figure, a bobblehead, a pop vinyl. He's like, "Oh man, that is awesome!" And as he's sitting there talking to the guy, and the guy just kind of sets it down and he starts walking away. He goes, "Hey, whoa, what do I owe you?" He's like, "Don't worry about it." He's like, "Oh man, it's so awesome." I mean, he's like me when I meet certain artists and things. He's got all excited and happy about it. So Fish Tropic, that one's for you. So John Boy Myers. Next, Ron Lim. Got him to sign that one for me. There you go. Here go Rick Notch. And then my Usagi. Yeah, there we go. Stan Sakai. Love that. Love that. And he put Usagi on there. And what I meant to and by the way, and he also had these little prints that he signed as well. There we go. I think you can see that pretty good now. There we go. I'm starting to get the feel of where the angle is I'm supposed to hold it at. I'm going to be immortal. Next, this is something after I just looked at that just now, I was like, how cool would this have been? Where we have right there, we got Eastman right there, and down where's he at? Sakai is right here. I just thought I was like, how cool would it have been if we had Eastman and then Sakai like right here, like side by side, and had Usagi and one of the turtles like kind of facing off. That would have been really, really cool. That would have been awesome. And then we got a few signatures here on the back as well. The back is slowly filling up. And I've noticed this too, the people that sign the back, they make sure it's nicer and bigger than what's on the front. Which I find that fun. You know what, I just now realized I don't think I wrote one of the signatures down. I didn't. Brandon Small. I did not write Brandon Small's name on the back. And Brandon Small, he was with who was he with? Eric Powell. They have a book coming out together through Albatross. So there you go. That's one more. Honestly, Dennis, there are so many people with so many insanely amazing books there. That was all the pictures I put. And guys, I'm going to put a video out next week. It's probably going to be pretty long. Hey, Fish, honestly, I don't... If anybody ever gets out of hand, I will. But, I mean, I really don't have any reason to even have a mod. Everybody's usually pretty cool. I had one time where we had some guys come in and act a fool. Other than that, everything's been cool. I mean, dude, everybody's cool, man. Generally, everybody that shows up's all family. You know, YouTube family. And in Dennis's case, basically already family. But there you go. There you go. My weekly grab, that's in Virginia. Let's see, what is today? Today's Friday. So that should arrive either tomorrow or Monday. Usually arrives Saturday or Monday. So we'll see. It's quite honestly, I don't even think I've even put in my order for next week yet. Usually I've had that in by now. Be careful on night. I might accidentally like clip an ear or something. So there we go. So I forgot these guys. My Bruce Lee pops. The gold Bruce Lee and the regular Bruce Lee. There we go. There we go. That's pretty cool. I know, Dennis, you don't like pops, but doggone it, it's Bruce frickin' Lee. How many pops do I have? Oh my goodness. I got like 800 and something, maybe more, I don't know. I actually, at one time I was going to put them on the pop website. It was a pop price guide. I put some of them on there and I'm like, I don't feel like doing this. So I honestly don't even know. Honestly, I have no idea. Honestly, I think you could probably get most of those Rick and Mortys. I mean, I think that I don't know if any of them are really expensive. They might be. I don't know. I really never look. Are they really? I did not know that. I don't, like I say, I never look up the price guide or anything like that. Who put out Aquaman? Was that Mattel? Because I wanted to pick up him and actually I wanted to pick up not Aquaman, but that Action Comics, that Superman one. Aquaman had the 3 figures that had Aquaman, Black Manta, and someone else. I can't think of who the third person was. Oh, the comic book. The comic book. I thought you were talking about the action figure at the con. No, I don't. Well, you know, honestly, I don't even know if I picked it up or not. I honestly cannot remember what I ordered from last week. So I order them a week ahead, so I can't remember what I ordered. And this week's I have not ordered. The crowd was James. The crowd was very busy. I mean, it was a lot of people. Yesterday, see, today's day 2. Yeah, yesterday, today, and tomorrow are gonna be the 3 big days. It was pretty packed, but for the most part, getting around wasn't too bad. Yesterday was the worst day for actually just trying to walk around. I mean, there were some spots yesterday you could not move. I mean, you were just stuck. And that wasn't fun at all. You get to a spot, you can't move, you can't go forward, and then people pile up behind you, you can't go back. You're not really bumping into each other. I mean, times you actually are. One thing I want to do, and I'm so bad at this, is taking pictures of cosplayers. There's some pretty good ones out here today. Um, Gosh, I'm trying to think of them all. Saw a cool, like Supergirl. Saw Superman, Batman, a few Batmans out there, a couple Harleys. Um, what's her name? Red Sonja. It's funny about Red Sonja. I was like, I looked at this one guy. I was in a line for Donnie Cates at the time. I think the dress code is pretty close to where she's at right now. Because if you guys have seen Red Sonja, you know what Red Sonja wears, like this little metal top and this little metal bottom, and she was very close to being risque. Let's see. I've got to try to do that tomorrow. I saw a couple of Halo. And those look pretty cool. Trying to think what else was out there. I mean, there's a lot of good cosplayers. And my mind is set on I need to be at this booth at this time. I need to be at this booth at this time. I need to be at this booth at this time. Like yesterday when I got Joelle Jones' signature, her line lasted longer than I thought. And so I ended up missing Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti. I was like, oh man. So they have a signing tomorrow. Fingers crossed I can get there and get some of my Harley books signed. Joker, what is going on, my friend? How are you doing? Sad part is I know how you're doing, and gosh, you're one of my guys, man. You're one of my guys. Always on my prayers, buddy. If you want to text me, Joker, and let me know about your stepdad, let me know how things are going there, brother. So yeah, stuff. Let's see, what else happened today? Oh, yesterday, there's one thing happened yesterday, and somehow it completely slipped my mind, unless I told you guys. Yeah, no, I didn't tell you. I went to a WWE panel for Mattel, and they had some of the wrestlers there. Let's see, who did they have? Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, who has lost, I think they said, over 200 consecutive matches. What am I eating to stay healthy? Around here, I've had a nice diet of peanut butter, banana, sandwiches. Went to the grocery store and got peanut butter banana. Had some peanut butter banana sandwiches. All right, brother. Yeah, that's one of those things I didn't think you want to put out in front of everybody. So just like I say, you just message me, man. Honestly, I'll tell you about Nutella. Last time I had some, I got sick as can be. I don't know if it was a bad batch or what. I mean, like every time I'd eat it, like 20 minutes later, I was throwing up. That's the first time I saw that. And anyway, back to the WWE story. Let's see, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, Becky Lynch was there. She is not ugly. She is very, very pretty. I was like, wow, very pretty. I mean, I watch her on TV. I know she's gorgeous. When you see her in person, wow, just goes up a notch. Which one is it? Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy there. He was in full character too. Delete, delete, delete. He was in full character. It was hilarious. And then the face that runs the place. He was there. AJ Styles. Oh man, it was awesome. It was really, really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Some of the crowd asked questions. I was going to. Was like, I'm too tired to get up and walk over there to the microphone. So that was pretty cool. And they announced all the figures coming. They have a bunch of different lines coming out. So it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool coming out. You know what? I just thought about it. I don't even know what panels are coming up because this year I've really focused on getting autographs. Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Those two guys are pretty funny, and they were talking about they actually when they started with the same company and training together, and they really didn't like each other because they were kind of basically the two best in where they were, and they later found out, oh, they both love collecting action figures, WWE figures, and all kinds of figures. And one of the lines come out, and I don't remember which one, but one of them, and they're like, "Cool, we get there, we'll split them up. That'd be awesome." They're like, "Cool," and and Zack Ryder, he called his dad. He was like, "Dad, listen, can you go over there and buy all of them?" So then they went to this Toys R Us, and they're like, they don't have any figures. And Zack Ryder's like, "I don't know what happened. They must have sold them all." Later to find out, his dad went over and bought them all. So he was like, "Man, I needed the set." And I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Cool stuff to buy tomorrow. I don't know. There are some. Oh, good lord, I'm stuck in my chair. There are some cool. A few cool exclusive comics. I might try to get a couple of those. I think I'm going to buy. What was it? Lockjaw and Black Bolt. It's a 2-pack of pop vinyls. I don't get those just so it'll have a little sticker on it. That's all. You can go to any panel you want, but you have to get there really, really early. I mean, there are probably people for tomorrow's panels sleeping outside the building right now. Probably not asleep yet, but outside the building. I mean, they literally get there the night before so they can get into the big hall first. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. I'm like, I would like to go to some of these panels. I am not sleeping out on the ground for the panel. That's just not going to happen. As much as I would like to go to some of them, it's like, it's just not going to happen. And last year, me and Peasy, we found out the best one to go to was Hall 8. Not Hall H. Hall H is the hardest one. Ballroom 20. That's a pretty good size one. We got in to see Arrow, and we just missed Flash. So that was pretty cool. The next, like I say, today was in line a lot for autographs, and then running over toward the comic book section, and where all the people are set up for comic books and looking for, maybe a Grail or something to pick up, something a good book to pick up. I've got my eye on a few of them, so I'm not sure if I'm going to pull the trigger on it or not. But there's some that I'm really, really thinking about pulling the trigger on. Well, if it's a Sideshow, they make amazing stuff, and it is amazingly expensive. They don't have that $29.99 2-pack. They don't have that. If they have a 2-pack of Black Bolt and Lockjaw, it's probably going to be a minimum of 200, probably 250 to 300 actually. Yeah, their stuff is not cheap. But man, it looks good. Those Sideshow, yeah, that's some good stuff. Do I sell swag? What do you mean? I know swag is free stuff, but you mean did I like any free stuff that I got at the con? Apparel? I didn't get any apparel. Only apparel I got was the T-shirts that I bought at the show. I mean, I pre-ordered them a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, something like that, when they went on. Why do you want to wear, game used, podcast used T-shirts? Yeah, Sideshow and Hot Toys. Those two, great day. They make amazing stuff, but it is ridiculously expensive. Uh, I'm not going to tell you until after I either get it or after the show. So that way you're going like, oh, I thought you were going to buy that. No, can't do that. Let's see, I got there at probably about 9:15 today, and I got back to the room probably about 4:30 today. But here's the thing about that. Like yesterday, I got on there at right at 10, and I didn't get back to the rooms almost 6:30. And the reason is because after that time, that there was really no one else there that for autographs I wanted, and I was getting so tired. My hip is holding up really, really well, but what's really getting me is my feet and my calves. My goodness, my calves are tired. My feet are so sore. There's really not too many places to sit down here either. They've got a few places marked off where you can sit on the floor. Kind of just outside, kind of like the lobby area, but that's about it. So yeah, yeah, yesterday it was probably around, man, it's probably right around 8 hours yesterday. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah. Yeah, today it was only around 6 hours. I mean, a lot of times it's not so bad when you can stand for a little bit, move a little bit, stand for a little bit, move a little bit. But when you're just like in line for an autograph, you're just standing there. That's brutal. Yeah, dude. When I get tired, I'm like a very old man trying to stand up. I honestly don't know if you can rent those or not. There are a couple of people I've seen. I think today I saw about 3 or 4 people that had scooters. One of them had their own kind of pimped out scooter. It was like a Ray's Speeder. Because I was talking to somebody in line. I was like, and I literally stopped and go, "Did you see that? Did you see that scooter?" I was like, "That's the best scooter I've ever seen." It was all tricked out. I mean, it looked like it had like almost dirt like going down the sides. It had like a couple of pieces on it, like Ray had gotten some stuff. I was like, "That's pretty cool." Yes, a Back to the Future scooter. That'd be pretty cool. Shaped like a DeLorean. That'd be awesome. James, I'm gonna ask you. Hey, if you don't want to say, no worries. But how old are you? Hey, you can just say pass, and that's fine too. It's all good. I was actually interviewed by someone from, I guess the Comic Con. They have people asking around, like just kind of randomly picking people to talk to them. Over 30. One of my good friends just turned 30. So yeah, we talked for a few minutes about stuff, so that was fun. I think a big plow and push people. Because all I'm thinking of now is The Simpsons when he was the Plow King. Was he the Plow King? I think that's what it was. I'll tell you what they did today too. They come in, clean the room up and everything. You know, change the linens and the towels and everything. They do a great job at this hotel, really good. Except for one thing, my window over here, it's facing the sun, and they opened up the curtains, and then I like it cold in a room. I mean, if it's around 68, I'm golden, and they put my temperature up in here to like 70, and by the time I got back in here, it was like 75 in here. I was like, oh my gosh, I just stepped into an oven. It was awful. Andy Parker, how's it going, man? You doing all right? I was like, dang. About if you come to San Diego, you know, there's a lot of great hotels, I'm sure. But when I come, I stay at the DoubleTree by Marriott, and it's pretty good. It's in walking distance of a lot of things around here. So some good restaurants are right in this area. There's a Target about 3/4 mile away. There's a grocery store like a block away. There's a UFC gym just right behind the grocery store. So it's a pretty good little area to find stuff. So we come every year. San Diego is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. You know what? I haven't seen an Applebee's anywhere. I know it's called Applebee's, but me and my friends used to go all the time. And so we just started calling it Apple D's. Because, you know, it's mine. Apple D's. Apple D's nuts. The con, it's so much fun. It'll wear you out, though. I'm telling you. I'm like Murtaugh. I'm too old for this shit. Some ribs. Nice, Andy. What day is that? August. Like August. Gosh, my mind was thinking like the 15th. I don't think that's right. And I'm gonna definitely try to go back up there again. Dude, that'd be awesome, man. I will tell you this. This is probably gonna be my last San Diego. And it's not because I'm not having fun, because I'm having a blast, but just because of expenses. It's just so expensive. Like tickets for the 5 days was like $280 or something like that. The hotel room for 6 nights was, how much was it? It was after taxes and everything. It was just short of $1,400. And I was like, golly. Then the flight. I told people before I even got in the room, I was down like $2,300. The signings are anywhere from free, because there's a lot of free ones I've gotten, a lot of free ones. The most I paid for the most I paid for any was $5. There's some that's a little bit more than that. Gosh, I saw Neil Adams, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get Neil. I walked over there and I saw a sign before I even went in the booth, and it said signing $50. I just kept right on going, right on going. Like the flight wasn't horrible. The flight was just a little under 600, you know, both ways. But the hotel, I mean, at this time of year when you've got 160,000 people, they go jack the price up. Now, having said that, it was before taxes. It was like I want to say 205 or 210 a night. But if you didn't get, now that's the Comic-Con rate. If you didn't get the Comic-Con rate, I looked on the website. It was $8.99 a night. $899 a night. Oh no, my brother does not like comic books. He told me one time, he's like, I tried to read one once and I was like, I didn't even know how to read the thing. I didn't even want it no more. He looks online a lot. He said he looks at Craigslist looking for things to buy that we can sell and stuff like that. That's all that's on his mind is ways to make money, selling stuff, flipping stuff, with the convenience store. So anybody at the Comic-Con? Yeah. There's probably, last year it was probably about 15 to 20 tables. This year it's probably just about double that. It's actually more than I thought this year. So I thought that was pretty good. Having said that, I did hear a couple people say they weren't really doing much. I'm sure there are some people doing that. I have seen a few people in line breaking out like 20 and 30 comic books to get signed. Yeah, I've seen their booth. I didn't really see what they had. Because last year they had something I wanted to get. Gosh, what was it? And it looked really, I can't remember what it was, but it looked really, really cool. And then when I went up to it, I was like, all right, I'm going to go get this. And this thing, in the picture, it looked like it, I know you can't tell how big this is, but I thought it was going to be about a 6-inch figure. I mean, it was 6 inch, maybe even a foot. And this thing was about 2 inches tall. They're asking like $50 for it. I'm like, no. Yeah, my brother definitely does not like those kind of things. What is that fish tropic? What are you talking about? The Iron Man in his restraints and Hulk with hammer. And Hulk with hammer. Were those at the Twitter head booth? Now they do have it's not Marvel Legends, but it's some kind of Marvel. I don't think it's the Marvel Gallery either, but it's a gray Hulk. Looks awesome. I'm really thinking about getting that. Oh, okay. No worries, buddy. Oh. Then they must be cool if they only have DC. Oh, I just remembered. Tomorrow I've got to go by Alex Ross booth. I forgot about that. I still didn't get my Joker print yet. Definitely got to get that. It's expensive, but doggone it, definitely got to get it. Oh, my contacts are getting dry. I have not. I wanted to. I was hoping I could meet Kirkman, but I have not been able to. No, the Funko booth. It was Funko, Hasbro, Lego. Apparently, it ends with an O. Hasbro, Funko, Lego, and one called UCC, I think. Those 4 booths before the con, they put out things where through the Comic-Con where you enter. They had different times set up, and you could enter each time if you wanted to go to their booth, and then they had a random selection to see who could go to their booths. I did not get a single one. They also had some signatures. Jim Lee was one. Tom King was one. They had Family Guy, Orville, Supernatural, two different DC and two different Warner Brothers. And overall, I entered for 38 different ones. Did not get a single one. I was talking to another guy, and he said same thing. Actually, I talked to about 3 or 4 guys, and they all said the same things I do. We tried, did not get a single one. Yeah, I'm not going to the SuperCon this year. I went last year. The only reason I went last year is because I'd already signed up before we got tickets to San Diego. I just really wanted to meet Tara Strong last year, and her line was so long, and I never met her. I just didn't think it was going to be that long. Honestly, if you want to get autographs, it's all right. I think as far as comic books, there's only like 3 or 4 booths that had comic books. Yeah, I mean, they had tons of booths with, anything from beads to action figures. They have a few action figures, but it was not a good thing. Kevin Conroy, I'm sure he's going to have a huge line. They had a bunch of wrestlers there last year. What's his name? Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I think, was there. Lita was there. Greg Valentine, Ric Flair, Victoria. Oh, gosh, it was a few more wrestlers there. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Do you know if Tara Strong will be there this year? Is that next Saturday? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm almost out of water. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think she was going to be there, but oh well. Really? I hated the book, but I can't. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if someone was dumb enough to try to, pull a death threat on somebody, which would be completely stupid. But you never know with people, dude. Mick Foley, nice. Mick Foley was actually in, I think, Lynchburg one time doing his stand-up comedy. My brother was like, "Hey, you want to go?" And I was like, "I really don't want to." I should have gone because my brother never really goes out and does anything. I should have gone. I don't know why I didn't. I feel horrible about that, doggone it. Yeah. But the only thing is, how much is Conroy to get an autograph for? 'Cause I think Tara Strong, in my mind, was around 50 or something. Yeah. I was telling some people my idea to get away from having Batman marry Catwoman was to have Mr. Freeze give Batman cold feet. And people were like, that would have been hilarious. That would have been awesome. Mr. Freeze gave Batman cold feet. Come on. Come on. They could sell that and make millions, baby. Millions. That's gold, Jerry. Gold. Yeah, I could write that. It's comedy, man. Let's see. Tomorrow, let's see who's on my signing list for tomorrow and see if I can actually get some of these people tomorrow. That button, that button, that button. And Saturday. See, Kevin Eastman already got his. First thing I need to do is go to the image booth and see if I can get a ticket for Kirkman. Raphael Albuquerque, he's going to be there. Liefeld, I got him written down. I'm not paying $40 for an autograph for him. He had $40 for an autograph, and New Mutants 98 to sign that, he was charging $80. And there's one other book in there that he was charging a lot for. And it wasn't, gosh, I can't remember what book it was, but there's another one he was charging like $60 for. 40 for Conroy? I don't think that's bad at all, because to me he's still, I mean, he's got that Batman voice. When I'm reading a comic book, I'm reading it hearing Kevin Conroy's voice. It's like when I read a Harley comic, I just hear Tara Strong's voice. And I love that. I absolutely love that. Let's see. And, oh, I just saw this. At the DC booth, from 6 to 7 is when Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti will be there. Oh, I was hoping I'd be out of there by then. Does anybody watch the Impractical Jokers? So I'm a big fan of the Impractical Jokers, and they will be at Petco Park. It's the baseball field right across the street from the Comic-Con. Last year they put on a webcast, so I'm going to definitely try to get over there for that, because I like those guys. I think they're hilarious. But some of the stuff they do, just like, really? That's not cool. Let me ask you guys this. Have you ever plugged in your laptop and it says it's plugged in but it's not charging, but the battery's not going down any, but it's not going up any either? That's really weird, because I've been on almost an hour. It was at 96% and it's still at 96%. That's really weird. That's very much the weird. James, you could have been on Impractical Jokers. Sunday. I'm going to try to get up early Sunday. Gail Simone will be at the DC booth. So I definitely want to get Gail Simone. Where's that book at? Oh, versus I'm old. Don't get old, guys. It's not worth it. You think it would be, but it's not. Oh, here it is. Crosswind. Oh, good gracious. Oh, that hurt. Oh, there we go. Crosswind. If you guys have read this book, I thought it was phenomenal. It was a 6-issue mini-series, and I talked to Kat Staggs. I didn't know I was going to meet her on that first day. Well, actually, day 1 of the con, so that was yesterday. And I didn't have this with me. So, I'm going to see if I can't get her and Gail to sign this. I thought it was a really, really good series. So, I would say definitely give that a shot. Secret Six? I honestly didn't even realize that was her until somebody was talking about it. I was like, really, that was her? Really, really good. Wheatley, what's going on, man? I was going to send you a text to let you know that I was on, but I thought it might be late or something, and I didn't want to bother you. She also did Batman. She also did Superman back in the day. Was it Action Comics that she did, or was it Superman? but did a great job on that. She's been around a while, has been doing amazing work. So definitely want to see if I can't get her and Kat Staggs to sign that. So when I was talking to Kat Staggs, she said that that she had a signing for Image, and when she was having the signing for Image, she said maybe Gail might be there for that. She's not sure. But at that time, I was in line for Kevin Eastman. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, Wheatley, is it too late to send you a text or something? Because, like I say, I don't want to bother you or your family or anything like that, because that's not cool. I ain't that kind of person. True story. I'll tell you what kind of person I am. When I got, where's that? Right here. Right here. I got this signed by Leah Hernandez, and I think you guys saw this right there. And you see it's to Holly. Holly is my kidney transplant, and she put a little kidney right there. Well, we sat there and talked for like 10 minutes. And Leah is sweet as can be. Just sweet as can be. We sat there and took pictures and talked. And I thanked her and I left. I got back to the room. And the $15 that I owed her was still in my pocket. Next morning, first thing I did, I went right over there. And she wasn't there yet. So I went over there later on and made sure I paid her for it. Because I felt so bad about that. She was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "I'm 100%," because the money was right there. That was the money I was going to hand you. So, and I told her if she wanted to, she could gladly put Holly into one of her comics. She said, "You know what? I might just do that." She goes, "You know what? I think I will." She actually said, "I will do that." So, there you go. If in the Teen Titans comics at some point they're talking about Holly, my kidney, that's who they're talking about. And I was like, when you do, the royalties will start running in. Yeah. She goes, "Oh." That was hilarious. But Leah Hernandez, sweetheart, just a sweetheart. Does anybody know who Katie Cook is? An artist or a writer, Katie Cook. Let me be sure that's your name. Because over in Artist Alley, just about every day there's been a huge line for someone named Katie Cook. And I have, yeah, Katie Cook. I don't know who Katie Cook is. Does anyone know? And what does she write? Or what does she do in art? She is currently employed for IDW. She writes My Little Pony. That's why I don't know who she is. Now I know. I mean, but every day I've gone over there, she's had a huge line. Like, why does this lady have this long line? Tomorrow I need to get Amy Chu. I need to get her autograph too. So I definitely want to do that as well. Let's see. Oh, wrong button. I have not seen Jay Lee here. He was supposed to be here. I haven't seen him. Mike Magnola, I want to see meet him as well. Those who don't know Mike Magnola, creator of Hellboy. not just book. I've got all the figures too. I mean, no, I don't have any of that stuff. What are you talking about? You've got them, Andy. You've got them. Nah, it's funny. Andy, were you here when I showed all the few little things I got today? She's an artist and a writer. Oh, James, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. All right, brother. I'm going to tell you, tomorrow night is probably going to be pretty late because I am going to go over there to the stadium and check out the Impractical Jokers too. Joker's got all those My Little Pony books too, not just me. Alright, let's see. Alright, this I'm going to try to get tomorrow. Put that right there. Oh, look, I'm all tangled up. Oh, y'all. There. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, first off, we got this. John Boy Myers. It was a con exclusive, and I just can't remember which con. But so technically, I can say I have Batman Adventures 12 now. It's a variant, but still. There you go. Let's see. Where's this other book at? There it is. Ron Lim signed this. Howard the Duck #1. I can't remember. It's like the 4th volume, but it's first appearance of Gwenpool in this. Even though she did have some covers before that. She had some Star Wars covers. Huh, interesting. So Ron Lim was cool as can be too. Then the one that made me the happiest, Usagi Yojimbo, Stan Sakai, and I put a little turtle there. I mean, I guess that is a turtle, isn't it? Nah, I'm going with Usagi. I guess I don't know which one that is. He looked at it and goes, "Hey, you got one of the old ones." I was like, "Yeah, I did." Then he also had these little prints that he had, little postcard size ones, and he signed that also. So he's got was it Masters Mysteries? Usagi Yojimbo Mysteries. That's pretty cool. You know what? I'm gonna probably go by the IDW booth. They had some blank variants, and I want to see if he's doing sketches. Maybe I can get one. I don't know if he is or not because I don't think so. And then my book is coming along pretty good. Now, if I had known that Stan did a little drawing with them, I would have had him put his right beside Kevin Eastman. How cool would it have been to have like him right there and Eastman right there? That would have been so cool. That would have been awesome to have. So that's coming along really, really well. And my 2 Bruce Lee pops. So from Bait Comics, got the regular and the gold version. So heck yeah. That's pretty awesome. So that's pretty much all my haul today, because the majority of the day I was in lines getting autographs. Let's see, what all did we get today in autographs? What all did we get today? Today was Stan Sakai, Donnie Cates, Ron Lim, Bernard Chang, Chris Uminga, John Boyd Myers, Brandon Small, Eric Powell, and Jeff Lemire. So it was good. It was the good. Wow. Hey Andy, you're out of Roanoke, aren't you? Oh, North Carolina. Okay, okay. Yes, I thought you knew Dennis. That's why I was thinking out of Roanoke. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. I thought so. Yeah. So I thought, hey, if you were down here, you just slap Dennis one time for me. Dennis is one of my guys. Go to him right in the back of the head. One of those right there. Ooh. Ooh. You work at Virginia Tech. Yeah. Tech's a great school. I just don't like their teams. Hey Dominic, what's going on, buddy? I don't have any of my comics on the shelves. On the top shelf on my video room is DVDs, TV show DVDs. Then below that I have my pop vinyls. I would think they would warp, but I don't know. I think if you have them probably packed up pretty good, I would say no. But man, I don't know, they might warp that way. I'm not sure. Hey, Count, what's going on? Everything's good at the con. Everything's good at the con. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to throw a lot of money around tomorrow. Today was more, again, another day of finding more autographs. I show them again. I don't care. Let's see. Got John Boy Myers autograph on there. I think it's awesome. Pretty cool. He had this variant for sale, so I was like, go ahead, throw that one in too. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. Howard the Duck, #1. Gwenpool first appearance, signed by cover artist Ron Limp. Oh, funny story about this. I was telling him, I was like, I never see the cover version of this. He goes, you know what? I can't even get one. And I did the thing. He's like, every now and again, someone will come up and I'll sign one, but I can't get one. I thought that was hilarious. Yosagi Yojimbo, signed by Stan Sakai, which I thought was awesome. And he also has these little prints that he signed one of those for me as well. It's kind of sad when the artist can't even get one of them. And I got 2 pop vinyls. Bruce Lee and Bruce Lee. A gold and a regular version. And a whole bunch more signatures on here. Joker, you out, man? Thanks for being on for a little while, brother. I appreciate it, man. And like I say, drop me a text, man. And let me know how things went. We got signed front, and we're finally working on the back of the book as well. So we're working on the front and back of it. So there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the sad part is, you heard me trash them, but you didn't hear the part where I was talking about how it's a really good school. I just don't like the sports teams. That's all. I mean, it's academics. My great nephew, he wants to work in computers. I was like, go to tech, man. Go to tech. Like computers, programming, and things like that. I was like, dude, tech. I mean, I just don't wear any of their clothes, but you can go to tech. Yeah. I will say this. Coach Buzz Williams, their basketball coach, that's a heck of a good dude right there. I have a lot of respect for that guy. Back when he first come to Tech from, I want to say Marquette, I think. It's either Marquette or Xavier. But when he come to Tech, I was like, why is he going to Tech? He's way too good to be there. Because their teams are really struggling. And I was like, why is he going there? And I was telling people, they were like, oh, well, we got this guy. He ain't no good. I was like, you watch. This guy's will turn your program around. And as much as I hate to see it, he's really doing it. And he's a class guy. He really is. So good for them for getting a good class guy like that. And I hate to say too much good about Virginia Tech, but hey, you gotta give credit where credit's due, man. Got to. Then you go to UVA when you got Coach Tony Bennett, again one of the classiest guys in the business. Well, don't worry. We suck. I'm a die-hard Cavalier, but man, I actually put on Facebook before the game when who was it? Who was hurt on it? Somebody was hurt on their team. Who was hurt on their team this year? But I said when he got hurt, wow, I can see the guy. I can't think of his name. But I said when he got hurt, we were going to lose that first round game. I put it on Facebook. All my Virginia fans were like, oh, you must be a Hokie, man, to say something like that. It's like, I'm just saying what I see, dude. Don't be at all shocked if we lose that game. And sure enough, we lost that game. People were giving me all kinds of grief about it. I was like, if they lose that game, I'm telling you, dude, don't be shocked, man. Don't be shocked. Low. Time now. It's tough because again, I've said this every night. My watch says the time here, but my laptop still says East Coast time. Well, Andy, I'll tell you. I told people what really sucks about it is now we have the worst loss in basketball at the beginning of the year, where we lost to Chaminade when we were ranked number 1 and had Ralph Sampson on the team. And now we've lost at the end of the year, the biggest loss. So we've got basically the 2 biggest losses in the history of college basketball. Like, great. Now I get to hear about that every year. My life sucks. I'm a New York Mets fan. I'm a Detroit Lions fan. I'm a Virginia Cavaliers fan. My life sucks. When it comes to sports, it's brutal. I was seeing where my Mets, they got Jacob deGrom, maybe the best pitcher in baseball, and he's like, I want to re-sign with the team, and the owner comes, was it the owner or not the owner, but every like runs the day-to-day operate general general manager, he's like, well, we'll see what we can do. We don't know, but all options are open. You got the best pitcher, at least one of the top 3 pitchers in the game. You sign him. The pain of being a sports fan. It's real. It is real. Sorry I had to vent. I had to vent, sorry. I'm a well-rounded nerd. I like sports and I like comics. I like movies, and I'm blurry again. Yeah. There we go. I'm blurry again. Yeah, yeah. But y'all did get that championship in 1983 against Ralph Sampson in his last year. I'm still mad about that. How did we lose to that team? Man, Jim Valvano, darn it. We should have won the national championship that year. You know, Fish, what I find funny is there are players like, man, I would play for free. Like, the hell you would. People look at sports and think, oh, that'd be easy. It's something you'd love to do. It'd just be fun. You got to work day in, day out to be really good at your sport. Honestly, Andy, I disagree with you, and I'll tell you why I disagree with you. If they had made a run maybe to at least the Elite Eight, maybe the Final Four, yeah, but then they got their clocks cleaned the next game. They couldn't hit the broadside of a barn the next game. Against those, they couldn't miss anything. That's what made me mad. I was like, really? Nanny, what was the best? Fish. Oh yeah, you're right. Now, there is no loyalty left in sports. It really isn't. I mean, I guess if I'm a player on a losing team, I would want to leave as fast as I could. And not only that, if I'm really good, somebody's going to pay me a lot of money too. I mean, I know a lot of people have a problem with players, especially basketball's doing it a lot now, where everyone's trying to go to the best team. Right now, I'm looking for a Caliber #1, Caliber Presents #1, the Crow #1, or maybe that Crow that first Crow little run. That's 2 things that's on my list. Caliber and Crow #1. I've not seen a single Caliber down here, and the Crow #1. I saw one person with one, and they were asking way too much for it. Way too much for it. At least to me, it seemed like way too much. I'll tell you, it was a PGX 9.4. And they were asking $700 on that. I looked on eBay for a PGX 9.4, and I saw like 200 and something. I'm like, why the extra 500? Like, get out of here. No, I mean like that. I'm just right now kind of put the detective kind of on hold a little bit. Still kind of focusing on Batman. I do need a 635, a Batman 635, but because I have one, but I would like to upgrade the condition on it. And then after that, I'm going pre 300 or pre 400, pre 400. So, Andy, you don't have any of the Crow? I do want to get the wedding of Sue Storm and Reed Richards. Fantastic Four, annual number 3. I think that'd be a cool book to get a hold of. Let's see. Giant Size X-Men 1 and X-Men 101. I did pick this up. Where's it at? Did pick this up yesterday, day before yesterday. Finally got first appearance of Power Girl. So that's one I can take off the list. Right there. I'll give it a shot. Did that come out this week or what? Wakanda X-Men number 1. Fish, how many of those True Believers do you have? Because well, there's a store that I know they might have some of them. If you don't have all of them. Oh, next week? Yeah, I'll definitely give that a shot. Yeah, I was doing that. The last one I think I got all of them was Deadpool. Was that been 2 years ago that Deadpool ones come out? Maybe 3 years ago now. I mean, my thing is for $1. That's not bad at all. I meant to pick up the that Fantastic Four, the marriage issue that I'm trying to find the regular one of, the True Believers version of that. I mean, for $1, I mean, why not? Yeah. So, Andy, did you say you did not have those Crows? The Crows are one of those things that if I bought them when I first said I wanted them, I would have had them a long, long time ago, like a decade plus ago. You know, and I kept saying, eh. Google. Fish Tropic, I mean, that's the best place. If you don't know something, Google it. You know, Google Marvel True Believers, and I'm sure somewhere there's going to be a list of all of them. Let me see if my CLZ app has that. I'm sure they do. Yeah, my CLZ app has them. I mean, there's a ton of them. I don't know how many it is. You probably can't even see it on here. I don't think you can see it on here, but yeah, I mean, let's go down through them. Yeah, it's so many of them. I mean, there's so many of them. So I know generally each time they start a run of True Believers, they usually put out like 10 of them. See, to keep track of my comics, I got this app called CLZ Comics. I think it was like $12 or $13. I mean, for the comic books, this is a great app to have. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, your internet, the feed dropped, or you just dropped it? Actually, CLZ has a free app, but it'll only let you put in like 50 comic books or something like that, and then they'll charge you for it. But I think with that free app, though, if you don't even put the 50 books in it, you can still use it to look up stuff. Like I say, for people that has large collections, it's a great app to have. Andy, you're in the comics. Do you know any free apps for comic books? No, this is the only one I've had for it right here. It's just that one. Internet. Internet. So Andy, did you find out about the Crow? Caliber and Caliber #1 Caliber presents #1, and that first run of the Crow. Yep, I've got that on here. But he's looking for something that would just kind of give you a look at like a lot of your common stuff as well. Well, that's not going to show the True Believer stuff. Those reprint stuff, that won't show a list of all of those. I know the CLZ app will show the entire list of them, but that one will not show the key collector won't show those. I mean, I can't imagine any of the True Believers being on the key collector. Dang, I'm gonna have to go get some more water. Doggone it. No! My last bottle of water. Gotta drink that tap water. Ugh. Let me see. Key collector, search titles. True Believers, it only shows one book. And the book is actually called True Believers. It's the first appearance of Payback, Tavis Trent, a SHIELD agent with symbiote nourished by emotion of happiness. but that's not going to show you those dollar books. Comics price guide. Nah, I don't want the trade. I want that original on the Crow. So, but yeah, yeah. Fish, look up, just Google it. Google up Marvel True Believers. And there should be a list somewhere that's going to show you all those. It's got to be number 1. That's the first appearance of the Crow. So that's what I want to get, the first appearance of the Crow, then that first run of the Crow also. And it's going to be a pretty penny on them, but I would love to get those. How about first Hellboy? Next Men, is it number 3? My mind thing is Next Men number 3. I might be wrong about that. Wrong button. No, I wouldn't even close. It was Next Men 21. First appearance of Hellboy in color. The first appearance, oh, I forgot all about this. San Diego Comic-Con Comics from, what year was that? 1993 had the first black and white appearance of Hellboy. So yeah, that's some good old stuff I'd like to get. Not too old now that I'm looking at it, but well, that Fantastic Four, that's very old. Yeah, I know those other two did come before that first appearance in color, but you know, most people really consider Next Men 21 as that first appearance. Yeah, I mean most people consider Next Men that first appearance. Mm-hmm. I just say, I mean, to me, Next Men is gonna be that first one. Well, I think on that they do that because are the other ones actual like mass marketed? I mean, because San Diego Comic Con that's just like an exclusive thing. So I mean that's not going to be like a mass marketed thing. And Dime Press number 4, I don't even know what that is. Mighty Nick, I did not get to read that. That is one I do want to read. I want to read Oblivion Song. I've heard a lot of good things about that. That's a Robert Kirkman thing also. I might try to pick up the number 1 on that Oblivion also while I'm down here. I saw someone had one for like $3.99 or something, like $3-4. So I might go and try to pick up one of those while I'm down here. When did that come out? A couple weeks ago? Or last week? Something like that? That Starboy. Dang. What is what is, hey Fish, what's the bid on that? All three of those Hellboys. Oh, was the last one's been that long, that quick? Great day. Oh, honestly, it's probably 100 plus. Probably more than 100 on those True Believers. Because every time they put them out like 10 at a time, like over the course of a month. And they've been doing that for a few years now. Ooh wee! Was that what it sold for, or was that what they're asking, or what? 2,250 on all three of those Hellboy first appearances. Oh, that's not American money. What? What's the conversion rate on that? I mean, is there a conversion rate on that? Because that next man I've seen at this show, I think they're asking too much for it, I believe. I saw somebody asking like 100 for one. I don't know if that's too much or not, but it seems like it would be. Somebody's asking 500 for that? Dude, I've seen it here for 100. Yeah. Go to sell prices on what they've already sold for. That would really tell you how much they're really going for. Why don't I have the hey Wheatley, man, thanks for showing up, man. They say tomorrow it will probably be even later because, like I say, I'm gonna probably go over to the baseball field where the Impractical Jokers are, and I'll be hanging out over there for a little while after the show. Why have I not gotten Batman Adventures 12 yet? It's too expensive, and I'm just gonna wait for it. It's been dropping a lot, so I'm just gonna wait for it to keep coming down. I think eventually I'll be able to get a pretty high grade for about 500. I've seen some pretty high grades here for like 750. Somebody had a higher one. When I say high grades, these are raw, okay? But I'm just not paying, $1,000 or anything like that for one. Somebody had one in Roanoke, and it was beat up pretty bad, and they wanted 300 for it. And my friend's like, "Man, you should get that." I'm like, I'm not paying that much for a beat up copy. Well, you're not gonna find one any cheaper. I was like, in that condition, I probably could. They didn't think it was funny, but yeah. I was looking at first appearance of Miles Morales, and that thing is jacked up too. It is really jumping up since they're talking about him being in the movie. Like that first Harley, I mean, I would love to get one, but yeah. That would be pretty cool, Fish. Those Marvel Masterpiece cards were amazing. That was some great stuff. If you look back, I think they still have boxes and stuff on eBay. They are expensive. Andy, do you have one of those first Harley Quinns? With those original Marvel Masterpiece boxes? I think they're pretty expensive. All right. What's that, Andy? The Batman Adventures 12? One of my best friends. Still, it kills me. He had one and just a box of comics that he just had sitting there, and he was like, yeah, let me look and see what's in this. And damn, if he didn't have one in there. And I was like, dude, I'll give you $300 for it. He sold it on eBay for $600. I'm like, dude, you know how much I love Harley Quinn. You're just you will sell me out for $300? Come on, man. Come on, don't be that guy. Unless you really want to, then go ahead and be that guy. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that maybe at a garage sale somewhere or something, you might be able to find one. Man, I'm just too lazy to wake up on a Saturday or a Sunday to go to a garage sale. I know one guy, he got a box of books, and it had the Catwoman 51. It's a beautiful cover. Yeah. As Ace Ventura said, not Ace Ventura, but what was that movie? Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance. I mean, there's no telling what you might end up finding in a dollar box somewhere. Yeah. Can't blame you on that. Yeah, I have to stop by CGC tomorrow actually to send off some books. I meant to do it today, and doggone, I forgot all about it. I went by there one time and it was packed. So I was like, well, I'll stop back by there before I leave. And I never did. Man. CGC 9.8. That's nice. That is very nice. I do have a CGC 9.8. What's the name of it? Detective 880. Love that one. Javier, how's it going, man? You doing all right? So I'm gonna be signing off before too much longer. I've been on for coming up on 2 hours, coming up on 2 hours. Yeah. Working and being online, can't beat that. Nice, good. Con is going great. Just so tiring. It's where they let you off on the shuttle is about a quarter mile. You have to walk right off the bat. So tired. Nice. Do you have anybody that can do any pressing? What are Iron Studio figures? I don't know those. Because Andy, I don't know anybody that can do any pressing except when I send them away to CGC. I don't know anybody that presses. I know that some people told me there used to be a guy in Roanoke, but they said they don't know what happened to him. It seems like he disappeared. I don't know if he's still there or what. But I don't remember what the guy's name was that they were saying. I just don't know all those cool people. Let's look at that. Do I care to have the CGC 9.8? What do you mean? Do I care to have them? I have not seen those. Let's see here. Iron Studio. I did not see those. I mean, I don't see any here. I don't know where those are. Javier, I'll have to look those up and see if I can find them somewhere because, hey, new figures are always cool. I did not. I didn't get over there. I mean, honestly, the majority of the first 3 days, I've been in lines getting autographs. If I had to pick, I would take a CGC over a CBCS. But, you know, a 9.8 is like, yeah, it's a 9.8. But I know a lot of people in the last couple years have been saying that